Along with all the improvements to Photoshop CS4, there's also been some great improvements to Bridge as well, particularly speed improvements. Let's take a look at some of the other great improvements to Bridge CS4. The first thing you notice about the new Bridge CS4 is that on the one hand it's very similar, but it's also had some significant updates, especially when it comes to the interface. There's a lot of things now which are a lot more readily accessible, including this nice feature that people refer to as the breadcrumbs. This is the path bar, and this allows you to turn on and off. Personally, I keep this turned on all the time because it lets me see where I am and very easily go through and find where I want to be. Also up in the bar here, there's options for different qualities of thumbnail. You can do some quick filters if you want to only show the images that have labels or stars. You can do that very quickly, which is the same as coming over here and looking at the filter options, but this is just doing it automatically, as well as different ways of sorting, opening recent documents, creating a new folder, and so on. And there's also bars for allowing you to go to recent folders, to upload images from your camera, to review the images or rename them, things of that nature. Where you'll probably notice the biggest difference, though, is when you're actually working with the images and you want to quickly see what your image looks like. What I used to do was click on an image and then change my view so it went to a bigger preview. Now, I just hit the space bar, it goes to full screen view automatically. Hit space bar again, it goes back out again. The other option, which is very nice, is if you want to very quickly look through a bunch of images, press Command or Control B, and it goes into this carousel view that you can very quickly look through and see them very quickly at a nice size and decide which one it is you want to work with. Hit Escape to get back out, and you're right back where you were to begin with. The other major difference is the ability to create PDF or web output very, very easily. Just go right to this option here. You'll see it redraws the screen. Let's go and look at the options for PDF. So let's refresh the preview. Right now I was playing around with some custom settings, so let's go back to kind of a standard kind of view. And we want, say, 4x5. We can choose whether we want file names, all these kind of things, and then hit refresh preview, and you'll see very quickly a view of what your contact sheet will look like. What's interesting about this is it's not restricted to simply image files. So if I go back, select here, I have a RAW file, a JPEG, an Illustrator file, an InDesign file, a PSD, even a movie. I'm going to take all of those and see what happens if I refresh the preview there. So it's also doing thumbnails of all of those. If you just simply want to have a contact sheet type or a thumbnail view of all the files in your folder, you can do that. And the same applies to the web photo gallery. It's really called Web Gallery now because it's not just simply for photos. Taking those same files, you'll see it will create a website with my documents on the side, and it'll show me this was an InDesign document and this one is an Illustrator file with the file name and so on. Again, as you can see with this new interface, it's very easy to switch between various views. They call this the essential view, which is like the thumbnail view, a film strip view, and so on. Very, very quick. If you have, in this view, this is one of the very interesting things. One of the new features of Illustrator is multiple artboards. So this is an Illustrator document. One document has multiple artboards that I can look through. If I have a movie, I can look at the movie. And if I go to the InDesign document, I'll have to show you this in the Essentials view, but let me go to that InDesign document, and you can look inside it and see the fonts you've used and the swatches. Now, that's not new, but it's just presented in a way that's much easier to get to. So there you go, some of the great improvements to Bridge CS4.